Hello, everybody, welcome. Roses like investigate the hell, huh? Huh? Everybody, welcome. Roses like investigator. So, guys, I hope you're well. Hope you're well. So, so, um, so I hope you're having a good time. As um, this is, like I said, such a time of transition. It feels like it feels like things are kind of stuck, even though they're kind of not. Just so we don't see things going. But I think I was just saying, guys, my it's like my effort to change my habits so that I can, like, it's hard to even leave the house. I was like, I forced myself to go for, I have to run an errand, but I use it as an excuse to kind of exercise, walk really fast, and like include it in my exercise accounting thing. So, but it's tough. It's winter, it's COVID, it's this, still going. So so that's the story. Okay. And guys, okay, so there's a lot to talk about. Did you see the news about Giuliani? Guys, I think essentially there's going to be a second inauguration when Merrick Garland comes in, really, because I feel like all the matters related to justice are stuck because we don't really have a Department of Justice right now. So that's going to be a very different story once it gets going. Okay. And then, guys, I'm going to tell you. Okay. Okay, just for funny whatever commentary here, just unrelated, just to start to warm up. Okay, so did you see this story about the woman who sprayed? It's not funny, I'm not making fun of her, but I'm just saying that I was influenced by her in a way. But did you see the lady that she sprayed super glue in her hair? Did you see Gorilla Glue? She sprayed glue in her hair. Did you see it? Okay, did you see it, guys? So she was this lady. She had, so the story is like, if she made a video about it, and then she ends up, she actually, a plastic surgeon took care of her in LA. So he removed the thing for her. It turned out well in the end thus far. Okay, but the point is that she had this spray. I don't really, I'm not a hairspray person. No, you don't know the story, ISF guys. I should have posted. So it's this lady, she's African American lady. She had this hairspray called Got to Be Glued. That's the name of the brand of the hairspray. So she ran out of the hairspray, and so she had in her house this Gorilla Glue in spray form, and somehow she no, this is not a joke, this is true. Just look it up, the Gorilla Glue lady. Look it up, it's everywhere. Okay, Gorilla Glue in her hair. Okay, no, she wanted, because okay, so her hair was very, like, she had a ponytail, but she liked to keep it flat. So okay, should I show you guys? Okay, this is okay. I'm gonna, if you haven't, because it is okay. It's so big in the internet. Okay. 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 So she has had surgery thus far, but let's see the video. Okay. Let's see if I can find it. Okay. Let's see, because now all the videos are about. Just let me try to find it. Okay. Let's see if I find the original video. Okay, one sec. Okay. So anyway, so the story is, guys, that um so anyway, so she sprays Gorilla Glue on her hair, and then she can't remove it. Okay, she cannot remove it. No, she can't remove it. It's not funny. It's really not a funny story. Okay, so it's like, but let me show you, see if I can find it here. Okay.
For those of y'all that know me know my hair has been like this for about a month now. It's not by choice. No, it's not by choice. When I do my hair, I like to, finish it off with the little Got to Be Glue.
Okay, so I'm gonna sorry guys, I'm gonna post it. Okay, so let me just do 1 second. Okay, so what how do I do? Okay, that's right. 1 second. Uh, sorry, 1 second. Okay, sorry, I'm just okay.
glue spray, just to keep it in place. Well, I didn't have any more Got to Be glue spray, so I used this Gorilla Glue spray.
Okay, so
Bad, bad, bad idea. Yo, look, my hair, it don't move. You hear what I'm telling you? It don't move. I've washed my hair 15 times,
okay.
and it
So wait, let me start over because you have to catch the beginning. The beginning is that she talks about the point that I'm making is that I wanted to find the hairspray shoes, but anyway, here's the point.
don't move. Stiff wear. Woo! My hair. So I'm gonna tell y'all like this: if you ever run out of Got to Be glue spray, don't ever use this unless you want your hair to be like that. Hey y'all, for those of y'all that know my hair has
Sorry,
been like this for about a month now.
a month.
It's not by choice.
Sorry for the
No,
hair. Sorry.
it's not
Okay.
by choice.
So
When I do my hair, I like to,
okay, so sorry to hear. So okay, guys. So sorry. So anyway, so the story is that she glued her hair with the glue. Okay, with the Gorilla Glue. But the point that I'm making is that I was like, oh, maybe this is so. I kind of took it as a like she said such good things about the Got to Be Glued hairspray. It was so big for her that the Got to Be Glued spray. I was like, I need to get it because I never use hairspray. So I went on there was my excuse to go for a walk to try to find the Got to Be Glued spray, which I didn't find. I'm sure she has helped the Got to Be Glued spray. Um, so anyway, so I think I'm gonna order on Amazon, but I got a hairspray, so that's why my hair is like it's the whole story that my exercise, like I need to go Got to Be Glued spray. I need to get it. I need to get it. But can you imagine putting super glue in your hair? Like what I'm sorry, but what were you thinking? I feel bad for her. I really do, because guys, as you know, I lost some hair, whatever. We're growing back, thank God. But I can only imagine like the pain that you feel on every level like that. Imagine like something so chemical like that. Like seriously, can you imagine? So anyway, I don't know why I went off. It's just those internet issues. Okay, so it's a kind of an interesting moment. So so anyway, so she right. So that's the thing. So I'm just saying that I really want to get. I don't know if I want to get that spray, the one that says "Got to Be Glued," so that I have no flyaway hairs. I really have a lot of flyaway hair. So if that helps, during the summer especially, I want to try. So anyway, so everything worked out for her. The plastic surgeon offered her treatment, and she flew to LA, and apparently she's doing fine. She's recovering. So he had to use a medical grade treatment to adhesive removal, aloe vera, and some other things. So can you imagine, like, okay, I'm just gonna put you know how like your fingers can get stuck just a little bit if you ever use super glue for whatever, a tiny bit you get like this. So okay, so that's an interesting thing. Okay, anyway, so guys, okay, so yeah, we talked to Gina Guma. That's right, he got recognized today, and that was very nice. But but there's that's just the beginning. He should be recognized in other ways. Okay, so anyway, guys, so that was just to talk about something silly before we start serious things. So I'm gonna go here, guys. I'm not looking at the comments right now. I'm just shuffling cards. I'm gonna, let's do the protection. Then we can get started. I really want to talk about the Giuliani thing, and then guys, we're gonna talk about impeachment. But I almost feel like, what else could we talk about? There's a lot to talk about there still, but it's kind of like we know the answer. We know it's going to happen, right? We know that he's not going to be not indicted. They're not going to vote to do it, to go through with it, right? So okay, so here, so I like to ask for protection. Beautiful rail line coming on top of my head. As I breathe in, I fill my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. Step into it. Step into it. Feel protected. Step into it. I feel connected. I like to ask that informations come only from the higher sources. That it create the good, huh? And only the good, huh? Good for the good people. Good for the good people. Okay, so let's talk about this. So there's the news today, guys, that came out about Giuliani. So that, I mean, this was a, I guess we must have, we knew there was something shitty going on, but here there's more evidence. So Trump Justice Department sought to block search of Giuliani records. In the final, I'm reading because I think it's important to see exactly what happened. So in the months of the final months of the Trump administration, senior Justice Department officials repeatedly sought to block federal prosecutors in Manhattan from taking a crucial step in their investigation into Giuliani's dealings in Ukraine, delaying a search warrant for some of Giuliani's electronic records. The actions by the political appointees at the Justice Department in Washington effectively stalled the investigation as it was gaining momentum last year. So I'm just highlighting the important parts here. The investigation into Giuliani has centered on his dealings with the Ukrainian officials and oligarchs who claim to have damaging information about Mr. Biden's son, Hunter. As part of that focus, federal prosecutors in Manhattan scrutinized Mr. Giuliani's ties to Dmitry Firtash, a Ukrainian oligarch who is under indictment in the United States. Hoping to avoid extradition to the United States, Mr. Firtash hired two lawyers close to Giuliani to argue his case at the highest levels of the Justice Department, while Mr. Giuliani sought Mr. Firtash's help in gathering negative information on the Bidens. These people said, "It's unclear whether the investigation will result in any charges against Mr. Giuliani." So guys, this is a big deal, okay? The fact that this is coming out, and I don't know why, but I'm really looking forward to this coming out, you know what I mean? Like, we need to, this has, and the questions like, oh my God, there's no, and okay, I know there's a level of it is abstract, right? In the sense that there's a sense that it's like, how do you say this? That it's like we feel the sense there's no where's justice, but then this is a concrete. This puts it into the concrete level. In other words, it's not just an abstract feeling. There's no justice. Is that the people who are responsible for applying justice are deliberately avoiding making sure that it doesn't happen behind the scenes, right? So in a way, to me, it feels encouraging into just knowing that it's not that things are not being done, it's that they're being stopped. And we knew that, but now I feel like there's no way that I know, guys, and you probably know too. Like, there's no way that Merrick Garland's gonna be like, oh yeah, sure, Giuliani, he's such a great guy. No. So, and I feel, guys, it's so clear, the whole. It's like, why would Trump? Because I feel like it's not just about Giuliani. It's about this Firtash guy that I'm sure, he must be buddies with Trump, Trump or something like that, right? There's something where they don't want to. And then, guys, the fact that it's almost like it's so ironic that all these oligarchs were the ones trying to stop Biden. It's so interesting. Out of all the candidates at the time, Biden was not seen as a very likely person to win. And yet they were so concerned with Biden, and look at where we are today. Thank you. No, but really, I commend Biden in some ways too, because he's not clearly been not yet vindictive, but it's so strange, right? It's kind of interesting how this is the instance where Biden and Trump align, right? Because they're on the opposite side of the same coin. The Russians seem to really hate Biden in some way, right? I don't think, because that's the other interesting thing is that this information, the disinformation and this information about Hunter Biden was not manufactured here, it seems like, right? This whole it's so interesting. I don't know. It's so interesting how it connects, you know what I mean? So let me find out here. So what's going on with what's going on with the Giuliani investigation in the Southern District, and what is going to happen once Merrick Garland comes in. Okay. So what's going on with Giuliani? Giuliani investigation. The first image that comes in, which is a strange image, is sharp knives are being sharpened. But at first I see Giuliani. At first I thought, oh, is he start sharpening the knives? But it's saying that they're just nothing. They're not cutting the meat, right? They're just sharpening the knives. So the actions are not so. So what? Tell me about the actual investigation into him. It's saying this is a huge national security issue. We have the guy who's closest to the president, taking orders from the foreign country on many levels. It's saying that it's not just the fact that he took money. He took money from the guy, but they imagine the level. It's saying the level of influence that Giuliani had over Trump and over the government is really remarkable, considering how he was actually technically representing a foreign. If a person who was so close to a foreign country's government, right? Think about it. Firtash was not just working on his own behalf. He was working, guys, and there's several documentaries about how he's connected to the Russian mob. This guy, this Firtash person. So it's not, he's Ukrainian, but he's like a part of the Russian mob. He was, long story, installed in some gas company or something like. So it's a big deal situation here, and it's saying that it shows the pattern of influence that a foreign country had over Trump and Giuliani. It's beyond the financial. It's the fact that these people could be dictating like actions of. Think about this is like kind of crazy, guys. Trump was really an agent of a foreign country in the sense that he's advocating the talking points of the other. You know what I mean? The points of view and everything that he's advocating for only really benefit the other side, right? The other side, the enemy country, right? So that's that. Now, where is this investigation? Where is it going? And I see Merrick Garland actually talking to Biden. I don't know if he asks for permission because there's this whole thing of Biden, really of the Hunter Biden thing connected to this. So when are we going to have these things? How are we going to? I see Merrick Garland having a meeting with not all of them together, but there is something like he needs to know what investigations are happening about Trump and his people, and what was stopped and what was started, and who the political appointees were and needed to be fired. So I see also like that it's going to be a lot of action at the beginning to clean up the DOJ, and he's also going to start a lot of internal investigations about the conduct of certain people. So this is but guys, this is. And I feel like the feeling I get is like it's really first. It's like it looks like a vein, blood, veins, like the core of the matter, the crux of the matter, and we haven't even gotten started yet. And it's saying that the problem with the impeachment and these political events is that there's no action, unfortunately. Right? It's a lot of discussion. It's very important that the public has discussions about this, that the public learns. There's an important educational component to this, but there's no action. Unfortunately, right, because the Republicans are not going to do anything. So there's no accountability. The criminal side is the only way we can have some degree of accountability. So that's what, and that's really that's the name of justice, right? In some ways, it's another form. It's basically about accountability. So it shows that that we see that, right? We see that. Okay, tell me more. That's right. We see accountability, and once the justice really happens, then we'll have things. Then it's undeniable, okay? Because it's okay. So, but tell me, then I'm now contrasted with Paul Manafort. So, tell me about Paul Manafort. The difference is that he was jailed, but it happened during the reign of the other guys, so he was protected, right? He was protected because he was in their team. And I say it's not the end of Manafort yet. He is gonna. Guys. Those people are gonna be. They're not free. If they think they're free, they're. It's just a beginning. So 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 this is interesting, guys. Very interesting to see. That's when shit gets real. That's when we see, right? We start seeing that, and I feel like Biden may have a conversation with Merrick Garland, just telling him, I want you to take this where you believe it has to go. I'm going to trust you with this. And they're saying that they have total confidence in him, and he's very respected, and he's not afraid, basically. So, guys, and I see, this is kind of weird. I see car bombs. Like, I see, did I tell you one? I remember talking to you about this, that in the 80s and I think the 70s, 80s or something in Italy, even the 90s, when they started doing investigations into the mob there, it was so serious that a lot of people died. Tons of judges died. There was car bombs and everything because they were taking down the mob over there. So I feel like I see that there's a car. I see Merrick Garland in a car, and a car explodes right next to him. Like, it's that bad, guys. It could get, this is because this is like I say, this is the crux of the matter. This is when shit gets real, is when consequences come, right? So that's where the action is really going to be. And that's why they're afraid of. It's like, once we have real, not just, I'm not saying that obviously that the impeachment is, well, no, it's not bullshit at all. But what I'm saying is that as long as we have these Republicans who are all, they don't care about facts or reality. They just are there to defend their political interests. So, but once we have the justice that is blind, right, in the sense that they just look at the facts and say, this is a crime, let's stop it, then we have, because guys, when you look back and think about how much, I'm not here, I talked about Mueller the other day again, but I just feel like how much what they were up against, it was so prepared, it was so real. It only got worse over time. So I feel like now, that's the first time we're really gonna see. Just 1 second, guys, I need to turn something on here. I think it's a little cold. 1 second. So I was just sorry, I'm right here, but I'm gonna move the table. 1 second. There's a little coffee table. 1 second. So anyway, so I'm here. I'm back. So anyway, so that's when we're gonna start seeing the wheels turning. The wheels of justice really turning finally. Because until then, until we have these people in a position where, right, where we can like, oh my God. I don't know, guys. It's crazy. No, it's crazy. It's crazy. Okay. Until we have, just moving. Okay, so until then we have, right, we're still, it still is kind of like this talking point game, but we need to see real consequences and real action. So let's see here. Okay, what's going on with this? Is Giuliani going to be indicted? And then because, guys, it's almost like we got you. It's like, oh yeah, we say, oh, he was working for the, but when we see this stuff like this, it's so concrete. It's like, okay, yes, he was truly working for the guy who represents a mob person. Like, that's what else could we say? Okay, really, what else could we say? And then I want to know, okay, so tell me about this Giuliani investigation. What is going to happen once Merrick Garland comes in? Truth is revealed. Interesting. Woman or emotions plan of foreign country. Yeah, compromise. So now this is interesting, guys. This could be a lot of things. It could be Hillary, it could be Ivanka, it could be, we'll see. It could also be emotional. So this is like the truth is revealed, and this is the world, like the foreign, both the foreign plans or planning, like the compromise in the planning stages of something is going to happen. He's compromised. Okay, love upside down. No love, no what? No love. This is confidential. Interesting, the young woman or the beginning or the early mistake. It's interesting. You know, I think there is a, isn't there one lawyer is a woman that there's I think it could be Victoria Toasting. There's cheating, but there's a repeated image here of a woman. Look, loyalty upside down, treason. It could even be that those people, they are involved in the whole like but her emails thing. Okay, White House answer key important to the White House for a long time, or like that. There's a connection. I think the White House, the former White House, not this current. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. Sorry, making sure I covered all the types of the things. Okay, here. So that's what it shows. So what happens? This is going to expose. In other words, I think that because guys, this goes back to the whole impeachment thing. You know how the threatening of the president there, right? The Ukrainian president and all that. So interesting. Fine. Interesting. So wow. Okay. So let me go back here. So what happens to Giuliani in the next 6 months? What happens to him? Beginning. Drink Kool-Aid, huh? Drink Kool-Aid, Giuliani. Giuliani drink Kool-Aid. Oh, weird. Look, it's, oh no, this is not the same card, but somehow it's the joy of the kids. This is the kids, okay? There's a man here. There's a man. The enemy. Okay, so I party with enemy. So gifts of the enemy. Paid by, I think it's gonna show that he's paid by this oligarch. Guys, what else do you and think about how close Giuliani is to Trump. He's paid by these Russians or whatever, Russian mob. So it only gets worse. In other words, it only gets worse. I don't know what, guys, I don't know what to say. I really don't know. So how is this Giuliani, okay, investigation going to somehow get to Trump? I'm going to blow the candle, okay? So guys, you want to make a wish? Just quickly, just if you think about it, if you have a wish, I want to blow a candle. See, because I'm just going to, because so it doesn't button house, no button house. So. Oh, see, oh my God, I do this all the time. I blow the candle and the candle goes into the computer. Oh my God, I use my art. I use my art many times often. So, okay. So here, okay, so federal prosecutors scrutinized Mr. Giuliani's ties to Dmitry Firtash, a Ukrainian oligarch who's under indictment. So what are the prosecutors going to find about, regarding Giuliani's ties to Firtash? Really worried, trying to assert himself. This is the guy, okay? So the guy is really worried. He's trying to get power. Get close. Try to get close to Giuliani. Letter. There's a letter here that shows how lovely, how together they are. There's a visit. He visited him. He may have gone over there to Austria to meet him in his house. Because Firtash is in a prison in Austria. Like he's what is it? Home prison. He's been home confinement in Austria. And because the whole story is that they were waiting for him to be extradited to the US. That's the whole thing. So there's a letter here, and there is a evidence of communication about their dreams, or they want to do secret. We have secret confidence, and Giuliani is famously not very discreet. So for a long time, or look, where you go way back, we go way back here with the business with the White House. It's gonna be even worse. So, and it's saying, guys, I get this message again that first Trump is gonna be the way. Okay, the way down for Trump, really, like, and his minions and his, like, these people, is really gonna be criminally first, because until we have every, guys, think about how much it is. 2/3 of the Senate. That's a lot. So it's just going to have to be a criminal issue that's going to expose all of this. If we depend on the GOP, at least the GOP of right now, to do anything, nothing's going to happen. It's a fact, right? It's not even controversial to say that. It's just right. It is what it is. Okay, so what happens? Okay, guys. So this is it. Okay, this is it. So do you have any questions? Because I could go on like this for a long time. I have a question. And when I first started today talking about this, the question that came to my mind was also Letitia James. I always thought that she was going to indict the kids, or is she waiting for the deal? What's going on? I want to know about Letitia James. Is she waiting for something? What's going on with her and her investigations, or what is up with her and her investigations into Trump and Trump family and the Kushners? Well, in other words, why hasn't she indicted other people? What's going? Is she waiting for them? Really, it's a real serious question. What's going on with her? Is she waiting for something? Is she coordinating with somebody? No, this is interesting. Okay, so now this is interesting because this is a card of the battle. She's number 9, so she's almost there, trying to move on, to move forward. Now this is the Emperor upside down. Would be the Russia stuff. There's a connection here to this. Okay, and then we have here sadness, hopeless, sick, opportunity, exposed, success, news coming out, some stuff coming out soon about this. Weird, is a sick card. Interesting, comes up a lot. Weird, the hope, but this one's hope was upright. Smoking gun evidence. Okay, so what is this sick card? Is it something related to COVID, or what is just okay? Sorry, just one more. Nice. Okay, so for some reason, guys, I feel like there's a financial. We saw here the debts. There's something, some sort of financial component that she's waiting for. Oh, isn't there like something going on with Alan Weisselberg? I feel like there's something about the Manhattan DA. Um, the whole, guys, there's something on hold here, and I do think that she wants to coordinate. She does not want to do it necessarily by herself, like, you know what I mean? There's something here, but I feel like, what is her feeling about it? What is, we're almost there. She's saying when it gets taken down, I want it to really be taken down. I don't want to give them room for escape. Okay. So okay, so what is go okay. Okay. I don't know. Okay. How do I'm trying to think. Okay, I want to know. I know when is a terrible, it's a terrible question because it a lot of times it's not correct, but okay, what needs to happen in order for things to move forward? Really, because guys, I really, like I said, I really want justice. I want indictments to happen. I don't want to wait anymore. Nobody does, right? But what are they waiting for? Are they waiting for something? Disgrace. Guys, something about this reminds me of the attack on the Capitol. So are they going to be indicted by, let's see, the summer? Are they, Trump and his people, going to be indicted somehow? Okay, creating defeat at the end of this, let's say beginning of the summer. The gifts, anger, traps, that's right, hopefully. Fighting, guilty. So yeah, the problems are going to increase. And then friend. Okay, one of the people going to talk close to Trump. So it shows, I do think that, and I see this image of I guess quicksand, or like he's walking, it's sort of like a rat trap, the glue trap. He's walking and like there's all this glue, he can't move forward. So, and I see, guys, it's so weird. It's like this image of glue traps all around Trump. So the moment he thinks he's gonna walk, there's a glue trap and he's all stuck there in it. He can't do anything. Hoping that would be fun, actually, if there was like, imagine a huge actual glue trap. He's golfing and there's a glue trap. That would be nice. Okay, no, not like this. So it's saying also in some ways they need to feel that there's nothing else going on. This whole impeachment thing has to be done somehow, because they didn't want to also interrupt the flow of the impeachment. So, but it's just saying things are going to go down, continue to go down. It's not because it's saying it's not because you're not seeing something that it's not happening. It's just not visible. Okay. And that again, they need the okay for things to move forward. I think ultimately there has to be a connection. There need to be connected and agreeing upon things. So what does it mean for Giuliani this year? Yeah, it's going to be bad. Once it comes out, there's no way around it. So is Giuliani, guys? Okay, I don't. Okay, how do I say this? I think we know what we can ask another time. I feel like because my question is like, so is he going to write out Trump? But I almost feel like right now let's just go to this limit, right? To find out about this, and then when the time comes, it comes. I'm sure okay. I see. He's like, okay, so yeah, he's gonna be squeezed, but not yet. I just think that whatever happens to him, it's gonna be pretty significant, and he's not gonna be able to escape. But think about how close he is to Trump, guys. This is crazy how close he is to Trump, and he's so involved in this. It's insane. So this is interesting. Okay, unless you have questions related to this, let me know. Okay, now. So until then, let me ask you 2 questions here that were posed. And then I want to talk also about Fox News, because it came up before and I didn't have the time. I really do want to talk about Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson. Because I'm really curious about what's going to happen over time to these people. We do have, they have huge audiences. It's not as if the country, like we hoped, has completely changed dramatically. No, there's still a lot of people who support Trump and the GOP, but I want to see their future because they seem to be really preoccupied, right? Don't you think? They're kind of like freaking out. And did you see that Sean Hannity lost? Apparently, Rachel Maddow has 1 million viewers more than Sean Hannity. That's significant. Don't you think? It's very interesting. Even though we're not seeing exactly a total change in the country, to me that tells us a lot, right? So, but anyway, so let me just ask these two questions, some sort of smaller questions, and then we'll move to the Fox News. So LK had a question about Gavin Newsom. So this is, guys, the Gavin Newsom situation has appeared in different ways. First, it was about the story that came out in Axios about Adam Schiff and how he was going to ask or doing some sort of internal campaign to have Newsom and appointing him as Attorney General. And eventually he could run for Senate. But I do think more and more, and somebody, I think it was Peggy, she clarified that the reason why he wanted the story that she said is that he could help Newsom. So the whole story, there's some sort of like, oh, let's recall the governor because he's done some things wrong. And I feel like I really worry, when the right wing gets into something, they try to do the same to Cuomo. Like they're like, oh, constantly attacking Cuomo for this and that, and then they're attacking Newsom. I feel like we have to remember that this whole thing with COVID, it was totally sabotaged by the federal government. But I just like the whole. I'm actually fascinated by how a lot of people in technology, very wealthy people in technology, most of them, not most, I say a lot of the super powerful people are Republican. So they're constantly attacking California for being progressive, for things don't work here, this and that, while they took advantage of it, building their businesses. Now they're going to go to Texas, or they want to move. So it's just, to me, it's quite interesting to see. So let's see, what's going on with this story of Newsom. So now, so you could see her question was pretty long. So I feel like I don't understand. To me, I'm always very suspicious. But the question is really what's happening here. What's going to happen to him? Like, in other words, I don't really necessarily care about him like long term, but what is happening with his campaign, and are we going to succeed? Are we going to be? Is he going to be able to avert this? Because, guys, the other thing that's worrisome about California, I think, is that the far left and the far right, in some ways, they are aligned, right? Because they both attack the same people, and it's like, it's so clear to me. This is why I'm like, I don't even believe. It's almost like sometimes I don't even believe that the far left actually exists. To me, they're all Republicans because they fight for the same thing. The Republicans do. It's unclear, sometimes when you see this, it's like, okay, come on, right? So tell me what's up with the story of Gavin Newsom, and how is this going to end? So first, I see that it's like a lot of noise, people yelling, creating a lot of noise around it, and it's several other things. One, it's actually very sad here. It's saying that they're attacking California because California is essentially a hugely successful state, and it's a blue state. And it's saying, remember how Russians were behind the campaign to, what is it, separate California from the rest of the country, right? They are very jealous of the success of California and how all the, especially as far as technology is concerned. And the problem is that they can't affect. It's like they want California to be like one of those, say, states in the South where the Republicans dictate that the Republicans are so close to the business community, they change the state according to what the business community wants. They want California to be like that, and that's not how it is. It's not the population profile of California. It's not how it is. So, and they're kind of, guys, there's a lot of money invested in take. I feel like, in other words, there's essentially propaganda efforts to paint both, because in some ways it's showing them as I don't want to say equal, but the attacks are similar on both, again, Cuomo and Newsom, and they're both, guys, pretty, I don't want to say conservative, but they're, what they call centrist or something like that, right? They can deal with, they're not extremists, they're just kind of like in between. So it's just, again, trying to paint California as a terrible, not a business friendly place, and they're trying to move these companies to, and it's so sad because they want to turn these tech companies into Walmart like companies, right? In the sense that they need to just move to a smaller, a less powerful state where they can control legislation, or it reminds me of like a lot of industries that move to the South because they can, there's like lower salary. This makes sense. It's kind of like that feeling here. They're angry because they can't have as much power as they want to have. So what happens to him later, and what happens to California? And also, there, guys, Nancy Pelosi, a lot of the power of the Democrats comes from California. So that's right. They're trying to claim that all the problems of California come from essentially a gigantic effort of propaganda. Okay. So what happens to this whole thing with Newsom? What happens to him? Let's see with cards. There's a pretty strong attack here. Uh-oh. Creating an ending. Creating an ending, chaos. Creating chaos. Oh my God. Theft. Sadness. Wow. Yeah, guys, it's pretty serious. It looks like to me. No. Sorry, I picked the wrong type card. Oh, here. Oh, wow, guys, it's a lot of death cards here. Uh-oh. Friendly people with a lot of money. Yeah, there's a lot of money behind. What happens to him? Oh, look, a lot of legal challenges. Victory, he wins. So there's an agreement. So okay, so I feel like, so several things. I feel, guys, this thing of California is more serious than we think, in the sense that, how do I say this? It's unfortunate, guys, I don't want to scare you or anything like that, but I just feel like, just okay, in a different degree, but there's a fight against democratic institutions. There is anger among those crazy people who want to take down everybody who doesn't agree with them. There's a lot of that, and it's planned and it's very organized. However, I feel like there's a chance that he's going to win the legal challenges. Is this illegal? There's something legal here. He's going to win, and that's. But I think, guys, I don't want to say this. It's not that the Democrats are underestimating, but I feel like, and you know what it is, guys, the problem I see here, the core of the issue is that until we get, and I feel like the whole, the California guys, this Javier Becerra, they were investigating Cambridge Analytica, Facebook, until we take them down, until there's the problem, you know what, is lack of justice. When you let these people out there and they don't fight them, they get stronger. You know what I mean? They're like a pneumonia, a virus. No, pneumonia is not a virus, it's a bacteria, but you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of like, but you know what I'm saying? It's like they're a disease. And until we attack them in real, meaningful, significant, threatening ways, they continue to feel stronger and feel more and more bold. You know what I mean? This is like, and it makes me angry when I think about this like this, because I feel, and it's not to say I'm not sure what they could have done before, but the degree of danger and degree of seriousness gets heavier. That gets more stronger and stronger until they get taken down because it doesn't make, sorry, I didn't think here. You know what I mean? Like this is like again, it's very serious. It's very serious. Okay. So I feel like what the card showed is that again, he has chances of like winning some sort of like a legal battle here, but it's serious. But here is like okay, let me ask a question. Can he be, what is, okay. So I feel like they're gonna try to do it, but I don't know, guys. I just don't think that it's so simple. And what we have to do is to get these people. This is the thing. Until this is why um they have one. Okay, let me just get more information here. Okay. So I feel, guys, it's very clear that this is a fake thing. Okay, in other words, everything is done in bad faith, and anybody with the right brain could tell that Trump has handled the whole coronavirus thing. It's just so obvious. But the fact that they're trying to use it, you know what I mean, how even Jared was on record saying that only the blue state, we know that, right? So they're doing all this bullshit. And I feel like they have to fight. I feel like, guys, this is why the whole Merrick Garland is the number. I know that the COVID and the Merrick Garland, it should be the number one, because until we get into the whole justice situation, they are going to continue to do bullshit and you know what I'm saying, because none of this is done there's no real reason for it. It's bullshit. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. But I think the whole thing is ultimately meritless. But does it make sense? I think they could even try to actually, okay, do we get, because I'm just reading here, do we get the actual, because let's just read it to you here, because okay, so okay, if the supporters turn in enough valid signatures to trigger a recall election, the additional procedural steps dictate a recall election take place within 60 to 80 days of signature verification. Recall supporters say okay, so I don't. So I feel like, and now I get even more, guys, why Adam Schiff is so interested in is going there, because it is a very serious thing, and I think it's like they need to investigate. This is, guys, this is very talk about dirty politics. That's what this is, and I think this is okay. So what is the okay? So is he gonna tell Newsom? Is he gonna be okay? Like, is he gonna be just okay? See, this is like, there's a lot of private stuff again, the law upright. So okay, so look, the rats behind the scenes, there's a lot here. Okay, so what is, okay, here, oh look, guys, dark secrets coming out. So it's just, I feel like this is, look, the person who's a supporter, whoever is paying for this behind the scenes, the money behind it. Election, that's right. They want to corrupt. This is essentially, guys, what this is about. It's about corrupting the democracy. They're saying, oh, if we don't like it, we're gonna recall elections. We're gonna do the bullshit. Okay, so that to benefit some. So this is why. Okay, so it's blocked. Whatever this is blocked. Okay. Shit goes down, but it's a dangerous situation here. This is a desperation, and also here, theft. So this is smoking gun evidence. So it's exhausting. It's exhausting, guys. But I think he will ultimately be okay. But we're gonna have to do some real, like, we can't be waiting around on this. It's serious. It's very serious. Okay, very, very serious. And it's gonna have to be unmasked. And that's why I feel like it makes perfect sense. I do hope that Adam Schiff is gonna move on this. I really do, because it's serious. Okay. It's very serious. So, okay. So any messages to Biz about it? Say just wait. I feel like there, guys. This is, it keeps telling me that this is part of the same group of the people that did the what is it called? The stuff in the Capitol. In the sense that they're not doing it with violence. It's not a form of physical violence yet, but it's similarly attacking institutions in elections, right? The same thing is using bullshit. And since they're losing, you know what I mean? The more they lose, the more desperate they become and the more dangerous, the more bolden they become. So that's what it shows. But in other words, the threats are still there and we have to fight it harder. Harder and harder. So guys, it is, what it feels like looking at this is exhausting. It feels exhausting because it's like we never get a break. You know what I mean? That's is the thing. It's really infuriating because it feels like you can't get a break. But this has to, but again, it's like, this is the lesson, guys. If there's anything for us and for the Democrats, is that these types of people, if you see them, almost like seeing like a deadly creature, you don't forget about it. You're going to go after it. You're going to go arrest it. You're going to go do something, because if you don't, they're going to get you. That's the answer. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, right? It's very serious. There's no other way to put it. It is extremely serious. So we got to move our asses on this and get these people. And that's okay. It's like, seriously, guys, every time we let these people get away with something, they do, and they get stronger, like a disease. If the medicine is not strong enough, it continues, it lives, and it. Okay, so it's telling me, in other words, that it's going to be almost get worse. Exactly. Peter Thiel, exactly, behind the great camp of the Russian president. Exactly. Guys, all of these, I think this is all these people who are super wealthy and super powerful, who want, and it's like, come on, they took advantage of everything and now they want to destroy it because it's not going, it's like they can't control the laws of the country, of the state, laws of the state, right? So, and they hate, okay, let's get real, they hate the Latino, they hate diversity ultimately, right? They hate what's happening to California, right? There's so many immigrants and all that. So, oh my God. Okay. So now just quickly a question from Cindy. So it's saying calm down, but there's a lot to happen here. It's saying, so Cindy, okay, this is almost like too specific, but I'll ask the question anyway. But the California EDD, it's the Bureau of Unemployment for California, lost millions due to fraudulent claims. Was the system hacked? Who got that money? Can be retrieved. What happened to this? Okay, creating poverty, working together on something, building something, legal. Okay, this is privately thinking, contempt, unexpected soon. Money, they're gonna find the money. So this is a look, finding money. Bambino could be, is usually connected to Trump. Changes. Health. Okay, so you know what it is. I see that the system is also overwhelmed, and that if there had been fraudulent unemployment claims, I think they're going to be found, because we saw here that the money was found. But they need a lot of legal recourse to this. Okay, it's going to take some time. This is like privately, they're thinking about it, they're doing something, and so sooner than expected, they find the money. And they create changes to see, because I think for some reason the cards here suggest there's something related to COVID. But I guess, of course, with COVID, a lot of people got there was a lot of more unemployment, people are not working, right? So it kind of overwhelmed the system in a way. But then I feel like some of these problems were there before. Okay, so this is another instance where they are going to find money, or they're going to find it's like, So okay, I know it's another kind of gross, disgusting thing is that there's a lot of people who took advantage of COVID to do corruption, and that's why we need a real focus on. And guys, I really do more. I keep seeing Adam Schiff. I really hope that I really think he would be a good person for California. Okay, AG. I hope, because there's a lot that needs to be done, and it's such a big state, and it's so, I don't know, guys. But at the same time, I remember reading that with all what has been happening in the stock market and how well all these, SPACs and everything are doing, the government, the California got a lot of money in taxes because there's a lot of extremely wealthy people who did really well last year, actually. So, just goes to show. Okay, okay. So I hope that answers the question. I don't think that it was about sister hacked in the terms of like how she's saying. It wasn't hacked by computers. It was just that people, there's some degree of corruption there, but it's gonna be. I think that there's opportunity for it to be found out. Okay, okay. So okay, guys. I don't know. Okay, the whole impeachment thing. Do you have questions about today? Because I feel like there was like the ineptitude of the arguments, but it's almost, again, it almost doesn't matter because they're not going to vote. I don't think they're going to vote to convict him anyway. So so you know so 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 let's see. Oh, Kathleen had a comment about California. There's a lot more QAnon, a lot more of these right wing groups. There's Nunes. Yes, there's all these people, guys, and then Reagan. Reagan from California also. So there are Republicans in California. It's just that it's a battleground state, I think, in many ways, like for all these issues. So okay, but anyway, so let's talk about just quickly, like a quick question about today, and then there's these points that were raised before. So discussion. What was like? Okay, what's going on with the Trump impeachment? Let's ask this: like, what's going on with the Trump impeachment from Trump's perspective? Because clearly, guys, I think what's happening. I think we are winning in terms of the narrative. We're not going to win, obviously, in terms of the votes, but the narrative he can't get away from. He is involved, and there's no way, you know what I mean? He's involved in this, and I feel like it's saying, yeah, the recourse is criminal on the criminal as a criminal issue, not as, and it's saying that yes, indeed, like I was telling you guys before, I think it's going to come down to the Proud Boys and all those groups because they're claiming that Trump is the one who invited them, and this is going to there will be a clash, I think, eventually among them because they're not going to want to roll over and accept it. They're not going to want to spend 20 years in prison. Guys, none of these people honestly believed that they were going to be indicted. Okay, so let's see. Guys, the story of Pence, how he was targeted and how Trump obviously knew that, okay, that he was in physical danger and he continued to attack him. Think about it. This is so damning. I don't understand. Okay, tell me about the Pence part of it, the Pence story, and how Trump is involved and how he did nothing. How is this gonna develop further? Is it, sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Okay, Trump was. Remember, it was pretty shocking when it came. I did the reading right after, and it came out that they wanted to harm Pence for real and Nancy as well, but Pence mostly. And then we saw the chance, but it's saying, guys, and I think it's gonna come out that Trump, the purpose was to threaten Pence and to kind of like, and okay, Trump, and kind of like to, okay, how to say this? I'm I have a question here because I see it's like that he knew that he was going to harm Pence, and he knew. It was almost like that he didn't care. I have the question I'm gonna ask next is like, did he really not care, or like what? Because okay, let me pause here to tell you what I saw. I think that eventually it could become a case where Trump is trying to get Pence killed. It could become a criminal situation where Trump, it's like he was trying to get Mike Pence minimally kidnapped and tortured. Okay, minimally, and then if not killed. So just like as you see, guys, in like, as the crime shows, when a husband or whatever tries to they hire, like, okay, you hire like a for murder for hire, right? You tell the person they're gonna be in this place. This is the time when you have to go in. You have to. This is what we want. This is where the person is. Trump knew that he was gonna be there, and Trump knew that Pence had to do something, and whether it was gonna be about threatening him or killing him, which I think it's possible, he was okay with it. So, guys, I think there's a legitimate case, and I see that the Merrick Garland is nodding, saying yes, that he could be prosecuted for trying to kill Pence. Even if Pence doesn't make sense, guys, I don't know exactly how it works. Even if Pence is like, okay, I'm gonna wash my hands off of this, I still think that he wanted to get the guy killed and or kidnapped and tortured. Okay, because okay, tell me, what was the point? Why did Trump want to do this? Because he's the only thing that stands between me and the presidency. That's it. That's it, guys. If right, if they could get rid of Pence, then Trump would, you know what I mean? It's like he's the weak link there. He didn't want to overthrow it. Like, then we just get rid of him. If he doesn't want it, just get rid of him, right? So, so so yes, so he knew that he was in harm's way, yes, and he knew, guys, and he was there with his family. Okay, clearly. So let me just ask a question. Did Trump, okay, I know it's like it's a tough question to answer, but did Trump want to get Mike Pence killed? Because I told you last time I saw it, I saw the guy, like they wanted to torture him, those guys, but it's not clear to me whether Trump wanted it to happen directly. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, guys, I think they picked the time when Pence had to be there. He was talking shit about Pence, especially when he knew that Pence was in danger. So come on, right? Let's put two and two together. It's very obvious. So what did Trump want? Let's see the cards. What did Trump want? Go in. Angry. Anger for the stuff he didn't get. Yeah, go away. Look, even guys, look at this. They're breaking through the window. Isn't that crazy? They're coming in. Did you see there were even images on the thing of the ladder? Did you see with the ladder image? Come in through the window. Okay. Come in through the window, he was saying. There's conversations of the planning to do this, okay? And there's a mob again. Let's do it. Let the mob come in. And you know what's weird is that this card of the Ace of Cups is all emotional. He's emotionally upset about something. So let me get the mob to revenge my feelings because I feel sad. So we have angry conversations. Oh, here's surprise. Surprise of what? One here. Well, look. Uh-oh, the death. Sorry, what does it say? Surprise death. And the one could be Nancy, could be a lot of people. Okay, the deal. There's a deal. So there was a deal to get motherfuckers killed. The question was, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you what I see in the cards, okay? Seriously, guys, I'm just telling you what I see in the cards, right? This is a surprise death. It was the deal, right? No, seriously. Like, okay, surprise card, death card, deal. Matrimony is the marriage, right? Deal. Contract. And who was the deal with the crazy people, right? I'm sorry. Okay. Hello. And I'm not, this is just cards, okay? But don't you think, guys, I think there's some true. Okay, look, the ring again. The ring is what? Is a deal. Deal recognized. Okay, this is the government or institution. So yeah, they're saying this, Rose, you're not seeing things. No, you're seeing things, but you're not imagining. They're like, no, you're not. It's real. The guy wants to stay in power forever. He only thinks of himself. Who is, from his perspective, who is the person standing on the way? Oh, guys. Oh my God. That's it, of course. Of course. You know what it is? That's it. Both Mike Pence and then Nancy, they are in the line of secession, right? They are the line of secession. So they have to get rid of them. So this is it, okay? So like, of course, duh, like, hello. It's not just the political affiliations, whoever is in the line of secession. So guys, okay, so it's not about telling the FBI. I don't think it's that simple. I think they have to have more evidence. I don't Okay, let me ask a question. Is there evidence of this? Is there evidence that Trump wanted to get them killed? Or whoever, okay, does it make sense? Because it can't be just like, okay, he kind of got the idea or whatever. It has to be more than that, right? So what information exists about this plan, and who planned it? I see, guys, the Thomas that I posted about, those people with the uniforms or whatever, they would have gotten it. They would have gotten, okay, so would have tried to declare if they have, yeah, I think, guys, okay, seriously, what's telling me here is that the plan was to take over the government. It was not a joke. It wasn't just aggression. It's saying it was not, they weren't doing it. It wasn't theater to them. It was real. Like, they really were gonna do this. They, guys, seriously, those people showed up with those weapons, with those things. There was a bomb situation. Think about it. Think about it. Oh, and you know what, guys? Okay, I have to tell you something. Like, look, okay, let me pause here. So, oh my God. Okay, so it was legit. It was real. The plan would have been to take over. I'm serious. Okay, to create a chaos, right? Not a riot. Let me ask. Okay, now get goosebumps. But let me ask a question. This is a tough question. Was the plan, because that's what it looks like to me, that they wanted to get people killed so they could kill, they could like really remove the line of succession and take over. Okay, let's just say that. um Part one, so they could have done this. Was it okay? So was it a riot, quote unquote, to like break things, or was it an attempt to kill people? That's the question, right? I think my feeling and my intuition is that it was true, that I've seen thus far, is it wasn't intended to get rid of them, to kill them. I'm serious. And it was masqueraded as a riot, but it wasn't a riot. It was organized, and we know that, right? So let me find out. So tell me, okay, tell me, cards, please. What was the agenda here? To create division, use strength. Like, I think in this case, it's physical. Like, okay, so let's see. Were they trying to create a riot, or were they trying to just kill people? Okay, creating the. Okay. Oh, yeah. The attack. Military here is the attack. So they were drinking the Kool-Aid. Okay. And they were attacking. It does not. Okay. Okay. The woman. What is this? The treason. So. Okay. The helper was commit treason. What is this money, guys? It's somehow suggests there's money here involved. Okay. Public. That's right. The public event. Oh, look, that. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, really, like, okay, I'm sorry. All these, did you just notice a lot of coffins? Like, okay, so here's a coffin, public death, public death, literally public death, public gathering death. Oh, and go away. Foreign country or movie, you know what I mean? So yeah. So I think it's very possible. I'm not saying, what do we know? What do I know? No, really, that they were doing this to do this. They were doing it to do it. They were doing it to do it. So they're waiting, something upsetting. That's right. Look, this is something upsetting. They were waiting for the moment to declare victory, right? So they were literally trying to. This is okay, guys. Again, I don't want to create like conspiracy theories, but I think it's pretty. Don't you think? I think if you were good, okay, let's theoretically say something. Hi, Janie. Good to see you. Okay, so now theoretically say something. if you are going to just protest, let's just say you're going to protest and you're angry or at something, you don't show up with like those weapons. You don't show up with the ties. You don't show up with the outfits, right? If the goal was just to scare people and to claim certain things, you don't go breaking, guys, to go break in these windows, to come in with those like radio things that they were radioing to each other. I don't think this is there was the agenda. The agenda was darker, and they had bombs and they had this and that. So in other words, I think okay, what do I think? I think that we're not now, guys. This is going to take some time to uncover, okay? But we're going to get to a point where we're going to have a case of a RICO situation indicting Trump for trying to kill Pence. On top of it, trying to incite this thing. And it's not just, guys, it's going to go way beyond like, oh, look, he was saying this on the speech. It's going to show that there was a direct attempt. And I think it has to do with, guys, I do think there's Russians involved because they did this in Ukraine. They did it in different parts of the world. And they're doing, when they invade the national, parliament in the different countries, they do the same thing. So it was true. And I think that the Mike Flynn, there was guys, seriously, I believe it. Okay. I believe it. And that's what I feel, but it's gonna take a while, but only after all of these people, the ones that are like the Proud Boys of the world, right? When they come out and they admit it, and it's gonna take time. And I think but guess, guys, sorry, I'm like kind of like incensed here, but you know what I'm saying? It's true, it's legit. That's what it is. So let me compose myself here 1 second. Yeah, so they gotta, because so guys, there's a whole thing where they prevented the National Guard from like, because if let's say for example, you were thinking that they had, let's say that you thought they had, they were just going to protest and it was harmless. Why would you stop the National Guard from acting? Why was there such coordination to make it? Think about it. There makes no sense. Like if you thought, even if you're, let's say he thought they were like Democrats and they were gonna like protest something, you would still be okay if there's a riot. Come on, why not? Like everybody should be safe. There's nothing, but the coordination to prevent any action tells me that there's, come on, we're not, don't have to be stupid, guys. We're not stupid, but I do think, again, there was more. It was more than just a riot. It was that they were using, I think they invited a lot of people, even like, guys, those women who came with their private planes. I'm not saying that those women were part of like the group that was going to create it, but they invited enough people to kind of cover for the ones that were the real planners, right? So this is a story. So guys, yeah, so this is a big deal. Wow, guys, I'm like, so if you just arrived, guys, and just kind of coming to the conclusion that Trump really ordered the death of Pence and Nancy, and they would have done it if the Secret Service hadn't intervened. And I see, guys, I see from the other side, I see John Lewis saying, yes, Rosie, it could have been. And then he's holding a rosary. He's saying, that was the plan. They're saying that was the plan. Wow. Oh my God. Morris is saying, guys, I have a good one. I'm saying Pence people have just said Trump's lawyers lied and Trump knew Pence was in danger. That's right. That's right, guys. The guy is as bad as he looks. It's awful. It is awful. Okay. Okay. So, wow. Wow. This is just really interesting. Okay. So this is a guy. Oh my God. Wow. So yeah, so guys, he wanted the guy killed. And I feel like Trump has this thing where like if he could get people killed, he would love it. The only reason is he can't so far, but he thinks that those dictators like Stalin and all the other ones are great, that they are living the life when they can get people killed. So in his imagination, his dream, it's perfect that people die because they stand on his way. So so this is it, guys. It's as bad as it sounds. It is, right? So wow, this is kind of big, guys. So anyway, so I think eventually, yes, he will be indicted for this. It was a criminal act, not just for inciting violence, but to try, in creating some sort of coup. They're going to show how organized this was and how the Russians may have also helped him. It's not the Russians 100% fault, but he helped them. So okay, but guys, again, I just, as you know, it's it's useless. Okay, to don't even try to like think that nothing's gonna happen with the impeachment trial. Nothing's gonna there's no accountability. Okay, there is no accountability for Trump as far as the political realm is. However, the criminal realm, yes, there will be. Okay, so that's the thing that I want to emphasize here, because forget about anything happening during the impeachment trial. It's not gonna happen. Okay, so right, just to let you know. Okay, I mean, we know that, right? But just to remind you, this is not going to happen right now, but everything's going to come out. Okay, and this is saying, this is why Trump, you heard reports of Trump saying that he's starting to ask around if there were criminal liabilities, right? If he could be, because he knows what he has done, and right, and he's tried to cover and everything like that, and he's okay. So interesting, because you see, guys, now we see, I just added three news here. Five writers are allegedly linked to far-right group the Proud Boys were yesterday arrested. And then there's a former U.S. Navy intelligence officer and FBI official, Thomas Caldwell, was recently arrested for his involvement in the siege. I remember the image of him, guys. He was one of those older looking guys who was like telling people like where to go and all that. So prosecutors allege Caldwell used his military and law enforcement background to plan violence, including possible snipers and weapons stashed on a boat along the Potomac River, weeks ahead of the Capitol insurrection. Caldwell of Berryville, Virginia. Oh, guys, I have to tell you something about this guy. Is charged on counts of conspiracy, obstructing official proceeding, trespassing, destruction of government property, and aiding and abetting. I want to tell you something about this guy. Guys, remember how I saw like that there was a bomber person, how he was in, there was some sort of farm and there was a river close to the river, or some sort of river. I feel like this guy may know more about the bombing. I don't think he was the person who put in the bombs, but I think he may have helped store these bombs. I do think he's a part of like the big, the big command, the kind of chain of command kind of people. So so seriously, I feel like there was, how, because when I saw this thing of the boat on the Potomac River, I was like, boom, there was and he said, you see, remember how I said it was like a farm? There was a farm with some sort of a shooting range in the back, some sort of chicken farm, something like that. I actually have to look up this place where they say he's from. Somewhere, let's see here. Where is it? Berryville, Virginia. Let's see. Let me find out here, because I feel like there's something. Okay, so let's say chicken. I'm looking at Berryville, Virginia chicken farm. Okay. Nearby, there's a farm called, yeah, there's several farms here. Harper's Ferry Family Farm, Organic Poultry and Eggs, North Hill Farm. Um, Liberty Hill, Liberty, guys. Liberty is always like a kind of a term that's used by a lot of people. I'm not saying like, okay, who knows, maybe these are nice people, but I'm just saying, I'm just, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't hurt. So there's a lot of these farms around there. It was in Maryland. So it's like, it's close, relatively close by. Okay. So I'm just like, there's a lot more, guys. We just at the tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. And I see that Merrick Garland is listening to the information. They're like, he's like, dig deeper. And we're gonna come down, guys. It's gonna go. And I think, again, this is interesting. It's forget about, they're saying he's gonna like forget about whatever argument. Oh, it's unconstitutional. Just charge. Just do it. It's a crime. Go for it. So you know what I mean? So it's interesting, okay? So this is okay. Wow, okay. So okay. Now, wow. So that's the thing. This is the thing. This is the ultimate, the full story here is that this is a bigger thing. And they're saying, why are the Republicans trying to say, oh, let's move away from this? Is because they know, most of them know that this was a real a coup attempt. It really was a plan. And that the more that we dig, the deeper it gets. So in a way, it's great that we have the cases that were presented by the impeachment trial. They will be used in the criminal trial, but it's something else. It's something else. Okay. So okay, now interesting, guys. This is deep, huh? Deep. Okay. Yeah, there's more. Okay, there's more to it. And I see they're going to talk about Roger Stone was a big person. And Roger Stone, he's not escaping. Those people are not escaping. Okay. So okay, now just another last question, but there's more. But about this topic, of now the impeachment. So 3 GOP senators, Lindsey Graham, Ted Cruz, and Mike Lee met with Trump's defense team yesterday. So it's like ridiculous. Okay, I'm sorry. And then okay, Mike Lee, he's like, no, he had a tantrum when they were talking about when they, he had a tantrum. They're like, well, but you answered he was like, no, but he got very nervous. Okay, so he denied the thing in public. Yeah, guys, Alex Jones is so connected to the Russians. Oh my God, it's really okay. But anyway, let's go back here to those senators. So what were they doing there? They were just like, it's a formality. Don't worry about it. It's just a formality. You're doing great. You're doing no. They were praising. Oh my God! Oh, look at the cards. They were praising them. They were praising them. It's like, oh no, it's just a formality. Look, the tower, the world upside down, going good for them. Going for them. Oh, isolation. Oh, why were they doing this? Interesting. So they knew. It's interesting. The enemy. Okay, so here the foreign. So this is, guys, there's more to it. Okay, it's just a formality. Don't worry about it. It's interesting because they seem to be more, look, they got paid. There's information about money. Okay, and oh look, the mob, look, interesting, they keep saying the mob got money, and there's information connecting the mob to the mob, meaning the mob of like that attacked, to financial issues. Also, this is upsetting. Gossip, negative gossip. The gamblers, like the financiers of this, and the theft. So 1, 2, 3, more like this. Treachery. I had the fox here. Woman. Oh, here, talk. Oh, here. Hidden behind the clouds. So there's more, but it's interesting that this is what came up when I asked about the conversation. So it's just like, yeah, it's so corrupt, really. So, oh, that's right, guys. Did you see the DA from Georgia? She was very tough, and I like that she even corrected Rachel on something, on a few things, which I thought it was great, because she's like that all the time. So, okay, now, guys, interesting. Oh, interesting. So obviously they're not going to vote to. They're just trying. It's like they're saying they're part of the cover-up team. They're part of the cover-up team. So okay, now, wow. This is big, no? This is this big. Wow. Wow. Okay. But yeah, but guys, in other words, I think obviously, not obviously, but I believe that Trump is not going to be convicted because for obvious reasons, but it's going to be bad and getting worse and worse and worse. Will they find evidence of Trump ordering the Pentagon not to send? But Jess, they already have. Did you see the letter? The letter from the guy from the Pentagon? Did you see it? It already exists. The evidence exists from that guy Chris something, because this is not a very in-depth investigation. But once, okay, did you see Chris Miller? That's right, Chris Miller. Remember the letter? We saw the letter, like, and Chris Miller, he met with Trump recently, right before there. Like, I don't know if he's gonna. Is it okay? Then let's ask this question, Jess. Will Chris Miller talk? Because he's clearly he was just following orders, right? He's not like he was placed there for a reason, I think. So is Chris Miller going to tell the truth? I mean, it's okay, because guys, why would that guy do all these things? It makes no sense what he did. What is the explanation for his actions? Is that he was right? It's orders. So is he gonna talk? It's saying this is why, and I see the clamp getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And I think, but I feel, guys, there's like, I think there's meetings, yes, but I feel okay. Tell me about this information from Christopher Miller. Is it okay? No, really, like, what do you mean, like, Jess? No, what do you mean, no, really? Right, because what? Okay, seriously, like, is okay. Let's say beyond that letter, is there like more evidence about this? Like, is he gonna talk? What is happening beyond that letter? Is there more evidence? Oh, look, it's a letter that's upsetting. Love upside down. When he, I think, in other words, I feel like when the guy, again, with all these people, when they realize they're totally fucked, that's when they're gonna have to talk. But it, oh look, the when he goes, this is what I'm saying, guys. When he goes in front of the actual judge, he's gonna talk. Okay, look, the rent, right? The retired man here, and the okay, the friend. So people are gonna talk only when they are in the position where they're gonna have to. Okay, for a long time. So here, the money, the quid pro quo, and the deal. So yes. So, but not now. Obviously, not now. The heart. Man here. So he believed he had the same values as Trump. He believed that he was right. So so this is a guy's, you know what I mean? Like how, because come on, the guy he's just acting on his own. Like that was the stuff he asked for. You guys, when you read that letter was just so awful. He said, and I feel okay, I feel like there's a case to be made that those officers who died and who got hurt should have sued this guy, Christopher Miller, for us in a civil lawsuit. You know what I mean? Like, come on, come on. This has to be investigated because people died because of them. I'm sorry. This is the so, because this person is responsible for the deaths of these officers and the harm that they, you know what I mean? All everything that happened physically to them, the ones that lost their eyes, that were tortured or whatever, maimed by this mob, this evil mob. Like that's his fault. That's his fault. Like really, there's a direct correlation because they did everything they could to prevent them from getting help. Okay, really. So these people have to be sued and they have to pay. They have to pay, literally. Like they have, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I can't, you know. And I say I get that Merrick Garland, he agrees with me. He agrees. No, really, he agrees with me. Don't you think it cannot? Okay, can they tie Trump directly to ordering them not to send troops? Yes, but I feel, guys, you know, the thing, Jess, is that, oh, you didn't know about the letter? No, no, no. You know, I there was one day when I posted in the comments. Let me actually, you know, just look it up. Okay, look it up. Let me say here, Christopher Miller letter, Pentagon. No, I'm serious. Like, let me just, because it came out off. Okay, here. Um. Okay, so there was one, you know, guys, there was one here is like a, you could just look it up and you find his letters. It's a letter. It's a letter from January 4th. I remember this. The date of the letter is January 4th. I remember. Okay, so let's say January 4th, Christopher Miller letter. Oh, there's a link on Twitter I found here. Just that was the first thing. Here it is. Okay, so here I'm gonna post it here, Jess, so you can look at it. Okay, here's it. Okay, so let's see if there's a more, because I remember it was added to this. It was added, many, you know, several articles added the letter. Yeah, that's right. So just look it up, and it's going to show. Okay, because it's okay. So yes, he's, what I mean to say is that only when those people are going to be facing threats of criminal, not because, you know, guys, the very sad thing right now, is that when these people think they could face criminal prosecution, I'm sorry, political, like if they have to go to the house to do something like that has to do with politics, they don't care. They don't feel threatened. They only feel threatened if there's a criminal prosecution. There's criminal threats, and that's what happens. The moment they feel like they're in danger, they're gonna take it. They're not gonna take one for the team. They are gonna talk. Because okay guys, what kind of person, it's like you have to be really mentally ill if you see what guys, because Pence, think about Pence. I'm not here obviously defending Pence like he's a great person or anything, but the guy on like you, without a doubt guys, he was so loyal to Trump. You can't like, really, he was extremely loyal to Trump. This is a fact. It's a fact. He was really a good person for Trump. He never wavered in his loyalty. And the what, so when it came the time, Trump was basically scheming to kill him. That's how he got his, that's the payback he got. You got to be an idiot to think that Trump is going to care for you or for anybody at this point. There's plenty of evidence that he doesn't care about anybody. So if you, are you going to take 20 years in prison or a lifetime in like, you know, ADX Florence or whatever because of Trump? Or are you going to talk? Really? So, you know, so that's what has to happen. And that's what's going to happen at some point, guys, because those people, they're crazy, but I just don't think, I don't think, guys, you know, I do, okay, I'm like, dude, seriously, get real. Get real. Like, I'm just like, sorry, I'm just processing everything. So that's what I think is going to happen now. So it's going to be, this is not going to go away. Merrick Garland's going to make it kind of like how he was with the Oklahoma City bombing. He's going to make it a priority. So we're going to find out what's going to happen. We're going to find out everything, I think. So I'm not worried. It is going to happen, and not in the speed that we want yet, because he's not even in office. But when he is in a few weeks, a couple weeks, I guess, was that right? Okay, not couple. Yeah, that's right. 23rd, in the 23rd, 22nd, 23rd, his confirmation. So then he's gonna, you know, God willing, he's gonna start his job. So that's very serious. Now, okay, let me continue. There's many questions here. Now I want to do a quick update on the COVID situation, okay, and then I'll talk about quickly about Russia, and then something about Lincoln Project. So COVID. So did you see the Biden administration buys an additional 200 million COVID-19 doses? So we're gonna, and it's saying by the end of July we're gonna get all these doses. So does this mean that we're gonna get everybody vaccinated? Okay, doesn't mean we're gonna get everybody vaccinated for, you know, ahead of time. Okay, so does this mean, what does this mean for us? Yeah, it's saying, guys, I see the Biden said that he would do that. I see the National Guard and every state having this on like military facilities where every person can go get vaccinated. It's going to be a huge drive to get vaccinated. It's going to be the focus of the country, and we're going to turn things around, and the numbers are going to drop like crazy. And they're going to make, you know, for example, if you make any money from the government, or if you have some sort of like benefit, everything, even including public schools, the kids are going to have to be vaccinated, the parents are going to have to be, so that, you know what I mean, like we tie it around all these things, and that's going to work. So God willing, you know what I mean, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And right, so, and they may even give some sort of tax credit. It's something like they're going to make it almost impossible for you to not, there's no excuse, in other words, for you to not get vaccinated. Okay, so this is good. Oh, and the other thing, CDC considering classifying schools into color-coded zones for reopening. So, okay, so I told you guys, remember how there was one time about school that I told you guys when I was asking about the reopening of schools, how they're going to centered. Oh, here it says that in blue zone, if they have low community spread, the yellow zone with moderate transmission, blue and yellow zone. So this is, they're going to center the schools again, and they're going to tie in the schools to the reopening. It's going to be good. So I trust, because guys, I see here that Biden, there's many things that bother him. The lack of justice also bothers him, but he thinks that the number one thing we have to deal with is COVID, because without it, the country can't go forward. This is true, right? The country can't. We can't go forward until there's a real decrease in COVID threats and so forth. And then we can reopen. There's all these things that could happen. But I think, yes, it's very possible that he definitely wants by September or whenever the school year starts, he wants it to, right, to be good, to be everything to be back on. And I think I told you guys before that by June is when we start to see a lot of movement, things really happening. Until then, it's just like so relentless work and not too many results, not significant results yet. But really, I do think this summer is going to be good. It's going to be better, much better. So, okay, so now, okay, Russia. Now, this is interesting. Russia clashed with the U.S. in Europe Thursday over the nearly 7-year conflict in eastern Ukraine, where officials from the U.S. and Europe accused Russia of blocking any resolution of the conflict. And then the other thing that Lavrov said, Russia is willing to cut ties with the EU if economic sanctions are used. So because you see that this is like everybody knows that the answer to Russia, dealing with Russia and their bullshit, is cutting the money. That's the only thing that works, really. So here, Russia said on Friday it would be ready to sever ties with the European Union if the bloc hit it with painful economic sanctions. So because they're saying they expelled some diplomats, they're very aggressive. So it's like, why the hell do we? Okay, so what's going to happen here? You know what I mean? They're because I think, guys, they're acting like desperate fools. And that's what they are. You know, they're about to be caught for everything. They're basically, okay, Russia, I'm sorry, let's get real. I'm not to talk about every person, but they're terrorists right now. That's what, they're involved in people like they're connected to Trump, they're connected to all these motherfuckers. Like the sick motherfuckers, they're all friends with them. Okay, so they're about to be caught and they're like, no, I'm fine. You can do whatever. I hear I'm doing very good, because truly, if you have the types of economics, it's going to be bad for them. No, we're fine. We're isolated here in the winter for life. And the funny thing is, all those oligarchs, they love, they have their money. The first thing they do is to leave the country. It's so great they leave the country constantly. Is everybody, guys, Russia, I'm sure they probably don't even have an immigration problem because nobody wants to live there. Really, think about it. Oh my God. Oh, I wish I could go live in Moscow. It's so friendly country. Very nice weather. Very pleasant. But no, I want to move there. Do you think? Should I go fund me for move Russia? I go funding for move Russia. Yeah, I want to live there. It's a great country. I want to be roommates with Snowden. He needs Garla? He has Garla, no? No, he has a girlfriend apparently, or like even his girlfriend moved to Russia with him. Yeah, it was a coincidence that he ended up there. No, I think. So anyway, so really, like, so what's gonna happen here? I'm interested. So what's gonna happen, fool? What's gonna happen, ho? What's gonna happen to Lavrov and those motherfuckers? Oh, they're gonna. Oh. So what will the EU do about Russia? Okay, so no money, put them. Oh, take your money. You don't know. Don't worry. Oh yeah, walk away. Walk away. Walk away. Oh. Rest. Okay, so they're gonna walk away. That's right. Kick them out. Kick the motherfuckers out. Leave it behind, trash. Go. Leave. Go. Oh. They're restless. No, it's a little restless. Huh? Soon. Oh yeah, I hope so. Hope through. We got everybody celebrating. Oh yeah. Do you remember New York when Biden was elected? There was like this party. Oh no, sad for them. Ah. Oh no. Widow. Mother also lost child. Oh yeah, a lot of money. Well, that's guys. I hope they take. Oh, we have problems. We take money. We take our money. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no. There's a one here. Interesting. A facade card. Is that right? It's weird. I thought, yeah, I guess it was here earlier. I didn't see the card. I just saw it now. So we have the facade and so the facade companies. Anybody who took Russian money, go see you later, Tres. That has to happen. That has to, because the problem, guys, with Europe is that there used to be a German guy called Schroeder. No, he still exists, but he was a once a prime minister. He became extremely pro-Russia, and he negotiated the gas nord pipeline, and that's a problem because what Russia did with Ukraine when they were attacking them is they cut gas because they control the gas pipes. That's what they want to do with Europe. So I feel like, but I think Europe has to get together and get rid of this virus named Russia. Seriously. So what's going to happen with Russia? See, the sanctions are going to go on. Oh no, prison. Really? They're going to lose money. Oh yeah. The local guys, I feel like the local enemies here. The answer is this: get them, get the people who work local. Money losses. That's it. That's all you have. In a way, it's easy, guys. The look blockages, permanent blockages of money. Oh yeah, absent. See you later. No, hello. No, he's not here anymore. Moved back to St. Petersburg. Yeah, he moved. So he moved to Sochi. Yes, Olympics. He moved back. He moved back country. Moved back. Oh, sad. Guys, it would be a wonderful day when guys. If I had money, seriously, I have billions of dollars. I would just hire airplanes to ship people back to Russia. You live here, go back to Russia. I'll pay your ticket. I create an airline to ship you out. Seriously, don't you? That would be amazing. Just go. Just go. You don't need your trash. See you later, motherfuckers. So that's interesting. Okay. So I'm actually looking for. It looks like they will do something about it. I love it. But it's saying they're waiting. They're waiting for. I think guys in a few months everything's gonna. I'm so excited. In days like today, you have to get excited. 2 months, 3 months down the line, when the full government of Biden is on, and we have more, everything's going to move much faster. It's going to be great. So I look forward. Now, the last thing is a controversy, and I know you guys are going to go see Rachel, but just quickly, the whole Lincoln Project situation. Okay, so the Lincoln Project. I'll just tell you what I think. Okay, I think the Lincoln Project is extremely effective. Okay, so they are responsible for some of the most effective ads all over the country. Okay, they attack Trump. It worked. They attack all these senators and they put out these ads. So of course they are going to be attacked back, especially by pro-Trump people. Okay, so this is obvious to me. So my feeling, guys, I do not care what they did, whoever had sex with whichever, whatever I don't care. I don't care. Okay, and I don't care because you know what it is. First of all, they're not in the government. They're not a public. They don't do anything. You know what I mean? They're just a political thing. They're not running yet. Yeah, at least for office or anything. So I'm happy for them. I think we need it. Just resigned. Oh my God, Steve Schmidt resigned. Oh my God. What? So I think, you know what? I think they all, what? So it's over, huh? Jeez. I just honestly, guys, I just think they did a really good thing. I just think they did a really good thing. Now, there was a story about that guy, what's his name? The John Weaver person who was sending emails to somebody for sex, from boys for sex or whatever. I honestly, for me, I don't care about that shit. Like, I don't, I care about the fact that they did a lot. No, guys, I linked, look at the articles, but I guess this is new, okay? I didn't see this. Steve Schmidt, he's always on MSN. Okay. So I don't really care about, okay. It's like supposedly they handled the whatever. That's it. 2 hours ago, guys. True. So I just don't want it. Okay, here it is. Here it is, guys. The news. Yes, he resigns. Okay, so Lincoln Project co-founder resigns. Steve Schmidt is resigning from the group, aboard of more series of scandals. No. So okay. So I just okay. Twitter squad. Okay, on Thursday, the group's official Twitter account. It's a long story. It's like a lot of okay. So guys, I'm not defending anybody. Whatever. I'm just saying, like, I don't. He screwed up. But the point is that those people. This is the thing, guys. They did some. They were. I'm not saying would vote for them. I'm saying, but I just think they were invaluable in doing the transition here out of Trump. They really helped take down Trump. And I think part of it is because, people that are very intelligent are going after them. And maybe they did some horrible things and all those things. At the same time, um it's I'm just like, it's, I would never forget. I'll never forget what they've done. You know what I mean? I think they've done so much that is positive that I don't really, that's just me, that I think those political things, they're going to dig, they're going to find things, and people, so okay, so what is the story here for about Lincoln Project? Just ask for a vision here. They were like, they were happy, they were excited, they were like, so there were some imperfect people, whatever, they wanted to take down Trump, they did. They have ambitions, yes, they want, and you know what, guys, it's telling me that the issue here, yeah, I think so, yeah, the takedowns, guys. Yeah, I agree. I think no, but he admitted it's like it's some sort of again, it's private life. It's some gay thing. The person was, but the problem though is that the person was working for them, or it was people who wanted to work at the Lincoln Project that he would do that to. So that's fucked up. That's wrong. However, it feels like to me it's because my feeling about it is that they bit the lion. They wanted, because you know what I think ultimately they're, and then saying yes is true. They wanted to reshape the Republican Party. They wanted to get rid of the pro-Trump people, okay, and they wanted to take over. They wanted to eventually become the ones that were going to be like the new GOP, okay. So that's why I think there's, because you know what it is, guys. It's not just the accusations; it's how coordinated it is. Okay, guys, look at the news. Okay, just look at the news. I'm not gonna just read it. Don't ask me. Okay, I don't know. Just read it. Just read it. The thing. I don't know. I don't know as much as you. So okay. So the point is, what I'm saying is that the attacks on them are coordinated, and to me, it's very obvious that it's coordinated, and they want to take them down. And you know what? And I don't, guys. I'm not here to give it a platform. And I know that somebody came. Somebody Elman or something came in and said, "Oh, this." It's like this is not the place to share talking points by the pro-Trump people, which is, I think, you know, yeah, which I think is ultimately what this is. This, no, I know my channel is not the place for like to share the talking points by Trump people, which is what essentially a lot of these things are. Okay, I think this was a gigantic, but I think they were also very ambitious about what they wanted. So it's a big deal, guys. It's a complicated, because first I read the things about the sexual thing, and again, I'm like, it's very complicated. I just think this whole thing is very complicated. Let's see the future. What's going to happen? Let's say to them together, they could reorganize as something else. Wow, it's Morsi saying here the FBI went to Steve Schmidt and told him he was a target of a Trump misinformation campaign. So see, guys, it's serious. You know what I mean? This is a thing. This is serious, and that's why. Um, okay, this is why I feel like this is exactly, guys. This is for sure. And I think the reason why they're attacking the Lincoln Project is because, and I saw, guys, there was one time I clicked on some right wing website and they had like five. This was before today, a few days ago. They had like 5 articles attacking the Lincoln Project. They are so afraid of them because they're so effective, and that's why they're being attacked. But what's going to happen? I think there's going to be guys. And I see the guy Rick. I forgot his name. I really like him. He's gonna sue. There's gonna be a discovery of a lot of things. Okay, so, and you saw how all these newspapers, guys, they published these articles at the same time. Even the New York Times, the AP. To me, it's coordinated. These things don't happen unless they decided to do this at the same time. Cut down the effective. That's right. So I just think it's like they know that the Lincoln Project, one of the things they really succeeded at was really galvanizing the moderates and the independents. They really understood how to use them for their benefit. You know what I mean? So I just think, like, I think they'll be recognized. I think there's going to be a legal battles here. I really believe there's going to be a lot of like suing, and they're going to prove whatever. And I think that even the stuff about the accusation of the money thing, they paid somebody that is, look, it's bullshit. Okay, it's saying here it's okay, it's not illegal. I don't know, there's something like that. Okay, so it's apparently not illegal to do the thing. It's kind of misconstrued. It's a huge attack, guys. Okay, it's a huge attack on them. I think they're going to come out clean. It's going to take a beating ass, but I think it's saying that Rick Wilson kind of knew that this battle was going to come, that they're going to go all the way. But guys, Rick Wilson, he's a tough guy. He's a tough guy, like a wrestler. He's going to wrestle them in public, and he's going to win. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So that's it. So at the end of the day, again, they are, guys. This is the a really weirdly dangerous moment for everybody. But you know, but I think eventually they're gonna come out okay. You know, not okay. Like there's, how do you say this? The truth is gonna come out, and the truth is not so bad for them as it is for the people that are attacking them. But you know what I really hate. What will happen to Steve? Will he bounce back? Guys, you know, I read that somewhere that Steve was running for was going to run for office, and I mean that might be why he's resigning. Okay, okay. So will he? Guys, they're fine. I think they might reorganize as something else. I just think that they're, you know, like they know what's going on. It's a huge media thing. So what's going to happen to him? Steve Schmidt. Oh, important revelations. Okay, the light. Great. Business partners. Hopeless. So it's interesting because I feel like there's something going on. There's a coordinated effort behind the scenes to share this information about the business partners, and it's a whole, you know, hopeless. Like, okay, they're gonna the money. There's money here. The man involved. Setting. The big prize might be. So I feel, you know, I'm not, guys, I'm not worried. These people are not, you know, like I just think that there's again there's a real this, you know, guys, they are messing. They are messing with like the lions, you know what I mean? The Russians, all the worst people are after them. So of course, you know, of course. So I think it's part of it. It's part of this political game, but they're gonna win in the end. In other words, but I think, guys, you know, we're gonna come to a point. Everything is gonna be revealed, and they're not gonna back down, especially Rick Wilson. So I just feel like, so you know, so that's the story, guys. I am not too worried about it. You know what I mean? I think it's like, and you know, and it's kind of interesting that just as this, think about it, just as this impeachment is going on, they are being under attack. It's not a coincidence. You know what I mean? It's like, of course they're doing that because those are the guys who went after Josh Hawley when, you know what I mean? Think about it. I'm like, I want to see, I want to wait and see because I believe, you know, and maybe one day I'll find, who knows, I might be wrong. I don't know, but I 100% believe that guy. I 100% believe the Rick Wilson. You know what I mean? I may not agree with him on everything, but I feel like guys, I will never, because you know what? You look at, I think you could tell a lot about people when they what they've done in the hard times, and I think at when push comes to shove, they they really delivered when we needed them the most. Unlike, you know, Susan Collins or whatever, you know, those people, guys, they really, because those campaigns were so brilliant. They were so brilliant. Okay, like they were so good. They were so good. Like, come on, they were so good. So I don't care what anybody, like. Okay, he sent some emails about heavy, you know, to the boy, whatever. Like, it's none of my, it's none of my business. Okay, I don't know. Maybe he was like sexually harassed. Who knows? I don't know. But the point is, like, that is undeniable. Okay, that is undeniable. And they're like, you know, they're trying to create outrage, like, you know, and even the person who left a comment said, oh, but maybe they're just corruption. No. This is the argument of like corruption. Oh, corruption, look at them, they're so corrupt. It's a generic, this, it's like, it's it's a form of whataboutism, which is a form of propaganda, right? You know, whataboutism, it's like when you attack someone, it's like, well, what about this, what about that? So when you say, it's kind of like during the time of impeachment, you say, oh, but look at Lincoln Project, they are just as corrupt, you know. It's this whole old argument, the old whataboutism bullshit. I think that's what it is. So okay, I'm going over, I don't mind, just I'm like ranting about the Lincoln Project. I don't know what you guys think, but that's my feeling. Okay, nobody's perfect, especially in politics. I'm just like, I think they've done a lot. happened to no, but I don't even know Morrissey. I don't even know when it was, but it doesn't. Honestly, I don't really care because I'm like, this, there's a whole thing of the sexual harassment, like taking people. You know what? I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know, guys. You know what? And it's like one of the people that works there. Like, I don't know. The point is that they are not elected officials. Okay, they're not elected officials, and they were just doing these ads. That's my take on it. I don't care. I'm not gonna judge a person's entire life. Like, I don't know. You know what? I don't really care. The point is that they did amazing things, and that's not does not take that away from them. And the Republicans are very very jealous of them because they own the because guys, those dudes, they have the key. They have the keys to the moderates and the independents. That's huge. They know how to win campaigns, and that's why they're under so much attack. And guys, I want everybody who's attacking them to go to hell. You know what I mean? Or attack them wrongly. Like, it's okay to ask questions, but to try to destroy them like that, it's like, guys, I included 4 articles taking about them. Some of them say, "Oh, it's the end of because both the far left and the far right hate them. They're like, "Oh, be careful with be careful with the Lincoln Project. They're Republicans." Yeah, they fucked up. Even the guys, some of them, what they've done? They did Sarah Palin's thing. They campaigned for they did a campaign for Sarah Palin. So did Nat. Now, what's her name? She who was on it. Oh my God. Well, not Natalie. Oh my God, what's her name? Nicole Wallace. I love Nicole Wallace. Okay. No, I never heard of him either. But Nicole Wallace, I love Nicole Wallace. I don't care that she worked for, Sarah Palin or she was doing her campaign. I still love Nicole Wallace today. I like her. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it's like if we're gonna do the moral police, like, oh, she's so, oh my God, like, no. The point is at this time of our lives, they wrote right, Pamela. Well, that's right. They helped us win. Exactly. Like, oh my God. I'll never forget it. It's not what I probably, like I said, it may not be able to vote for it. I don't know, but the point is they help. When push comes to shove, they helped. They helped. Come on, like, it was huge what they did. Huge. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget, because there was a time. Do you remember this, when the Democrats were so bad at messaging, they didn't get it, and then they came and they would do the most brilliant ads. And they did the most brilliant ads ever, and that helped a lot. And guys, I don't live in those states, what you call them, the states that are like split. There's a name for that, I forgot the name, but those states where there's like purple states, or whatever you call them, swing states. But they, oh my God, they did so much. So I don't really care what they've done, and like whole days left. I don't really, it's not my business. The point is they delivered, and it's like those are the Trump people, guys. I hate them. They're just attacking them for misappropriating funds. Like, what the hell are you? What the hell are you? Watch Game Change. Oh, really? Is there a movie? Game Change. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to watch the. Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do that. So yeah, so that's right, guys. I think Sarah Palin. She even came out against them. She said bad things about them. COVID worked. That's right. So anyway, so guys, oh my God. So anyway, so I'm glad I can rant about it. I can rant about it. So anyway, nobody's and this is the thing. I don't know if you're like me. I am not a person who thinks the morality thing is not for me. I don't think everybody's perfect. I don't think anybody has to be like a saint. That's not the point. The point is that tough times, it matters, like what the work they've done. You know what I mean? I don't it doesn't matter to me, like if they're like, oh my God, they had a lover, or like he's gay or whatever. Like, I don't really care. I don't care about people's lives like that. Or like, oh, they, you know what I mean? Nobody's perfect. But when the hard times came, they were there. I never forget it. Never forget it. I'll never forget it. And again, it doesn't mean that we're gonna vote for them, but like, to allow people who pro-Trump people who dictate the narrative, no way. No way. Like, okay, so this is it. Like, I just think I think they're so, in other words, to answer the question of whether the person who proposed, are they going to go down because of corruption? Well, there's going to be a lot of legal battles. That's what I think. And I think that ultimately Rick Wilson's going to be proven right. Okay, he's going to be proven right, and it's going to be okay. But it's going to take time. And I think they were attacked because they were effective. So, okay. So, guys, it was interesting today. No, interesting. It was interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. So, okay. All right. So, see you later, alligators. Huh? See you later, alligators. See you later, alligators. Oh my God. Yeah. No, Christian says they have to, they're not giving them best for their wrongdoings. It is what it is. Yeah, but at the same time, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, I just think that we have to think about it also critically, in the sense that this is not the time of the impeachment. Should not be a huge news. This is not a huge deal, but it's being made to be a much bigger deal than it is, because they're not elected officials like Trump and people who stole from us. It's not the same thing. It can't be this, you know what I mean? It can't be the same thing. It's not the same thing. You know what I mean? That's my thing. Okay, so that's the story. Okay, and I think also we have to know the depth of the, what is it called, the name, like they have to be given the opportunity to defend themselves. I think we need to know what, kind of like what happened with the guy from Minnesota, the senator from Minnesota who quit when he was accused of certain things. So that's it, guys. It's a controversial subject, but I think it's important to remember, where it's not that like, oh yeah, they're gonna get a pass. No, but at the same time, we have to think about it contextually. So okay, but I'm gonna go. Let's watch Rachel and that. Okay, and then that's it. But I'm whatever comes out is gonna come out, and we're gonna. But there's a lot more to find out. It's not okay. Due process. That's it. Thank you, Christine. Due process. That's it. Okay, just because some people came out with certain things doesn't mean it's 100% true. They have to be given the opportunity to defend themselves. Okay. No puppy. Yes, no guys. No, there's more things for me to do before I get a puppy. Seriously, at least a few months. I have to release some things. I have to work on all kinds of things before I can. Okay. So have a good night, guys, and happy Valentine's Day. Much love for you. Okay. Love for you. And if you're single, like some people, love yourselves no matter what. Okay. Yeah, I think it's tomorrow's the last day. I think so. No? Or there's Sunday. I don't know, guys. I don't even know. Okay? Okay? All right. But I'll see you later, alligators. All right? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So good night, guys. Good night. See you later. Yeah? I so hard for me to say goodbye. Never say goodbye. But I'll see you Monday, okay? Okay. 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 Bye.